We are going to talk about today 7 ways to launch your local foods business with Instagram. Instagram is pretty interesting. Kind of the general consensus is it's probably the next big social platform we need to put a lot of our time in. So it's good to kind of be aware of the basics of Instagram. I am going to try to share my screen. I will not see the chat. So any questions you have, if we can do them at the end, that would be awesome. So let me go ahead and get started with the presentation. So first, we're going to go through the 7 ways. Number 1 is you do want to create a business account. When you sign up through Instagram, you can do it as a personal or as a business account. If you have done it originally as a personal account, you can transfer that over to a business account. This opens up your insights and a lot of different business tools you don't have with a personal account. Number 2, determine your clientele and find followers through suggestions. Hopefully you kind of have a pretty good idea of who your clientele is. But if you don't, kind of consider who they are and think about the best way to find them through Instagram. It's important to kind of keep in mind as far as all social media platforms go. Instagram does tend to trend a little bit younger, as well as more female than many of the others, particularly Facebook, which is kind of what we think about the most with social media. Number 3, then you want to target that audience. What is going to be interesting to them? What is going to draw them into your business? How do you solve their problem specifically and give them a reason to come and use you in your business? You want to build awareness of your brand. If you look at the marketing funnel, or if you're doing a Facebook ad, the funnel there, or an ad for Instagram through Facebook, awareness is the first part of that funnel. People have to be aware that you exist before they get into the consideration and purchase stage. So a great way to build that is through here, through Instagram. Number 5, we do want to use high quality images. Instagram is a visual social media platform. It's important to be visual in any social media activity you do, but Instagram requires it. You can't do a text-only message like you can in, say, Facebook or Twitter. You have to have an image or video. The image is really what's going to captivate the person to initially check you out and read what you're saying and come and visit your page. So it's important that the images are high quality. It's okay if you take the images. It's okay if you're using stock photos, but make sure they are high quality images. The good thing is if you have a smartphone, most new smartphones take pretty good pictures. So you don't have to have an expensive camera or anything like that. You want to use Instagram Insights to track your engagement. Once you start posting things through there, use the free Insight tool to see what's working and what isn't. They give you that for free, so check it out. Can provide you valuable information as far as what's working and what isn't. Number 7, we do want to be consistent and stay relevant. It's important to post regularly. You don't want to go on a hiatus where, I look and nothing has been posted for a month, so to speak. Then I'm going to wonder, why are they not posting? Are they closed? Is something wrong? Anything like that. So make sure you're consistent. Kind of a bonus. Once you start feeling more comfortable with Instagram and start reaching out and doing paid advertisements, you want to use all these points to use wisely. to make sure you're getting the best possible return on investment for your advertising money. You can do very well with Instagram advertising, but you have to take these tips into consideration to maximize what you do with that. Some Instagram basics. It started off initially as an app, Apple and Android and Windows. It was launched in 2010. Facebook did buy Instagram in 2012 for $1 billion with a B dollars. A lot of money, but I just saw today that it looks like Instagram is going to be a $14 billion company this year. So pretty good return there for them. 25 languages. It has to use photo or video, and you can use different filter options and captions for those. Instagram's user count should surpass about 111 million this year. Nowhere near what Facebook has right now, but growing at a much faster rate. Just to kind of give you an idea of how fast things move, let's check out how many photos are uploaded every second to Instagram. It's a pretty neat deal if it will load, and we're waiting for it to load. Come on, come on. This that's going to come up is going to come through Internet Live Stats. And it looks like it's not going to load for us, but we'll put the link in the chat at the end for you to check it out later. And I just crashed PowerPoint. Give me just a second and we will get that back going. All right, there we go. So to get started, if you don't have an account yet, we do want to make sure, did I lose my Zoom? Okay, just want to make sure I didn't lose Zoom. You do want to download the app, whether it's in Android or Apple, and sign up. You can sign up through a Facebook account if you already have it, or you can do it with email or phone number. Once you do that, important to consider kind of the main points of Instagram. It is pretty simple for the most part. There's not as much going on as some of the others, but these are the basics you want to keep up with. The @ symbol, anytime you see that, that is going to be someone's username. The @ lets you know that's their username. So @MSU-ES CTO is our username, for instance, and you want to use that if you want to mention someone in your Instagram post. Also, just when you see that, it's important to know that that is their username. Second is the hashtag symbol. We used to call it the pound symbol or the number symbol. Now we call it hashtag. Anytime you have hashtag something, then that is going to be the subject of what the Instagram post is about. You can then go and click or tap on that hashtag and see every post that has that hashtag located in it. It's also important as a business, if you see hashtags that are trending with people that you want to try to reach out to, you can post things starting with that hashtag, like hashtag Mardi Gras, hashtag Super Bowl, anything that you have going on that would interest your customers or potential customers.
Hey, Andy, real fast. Your PowerPoint's not showing anymore.
PowerPoint's not showing. Okay.
I mean, you got a pretty face and everything, but I know you probably worked hard on that PowerPoint too.
Let's see. How about now?
Perfect.
All right. You scared me when you popped in there, but
the presenter notes and stuff. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Perfect.
Thank you. So we were on the filters. So it does have 25 different filters that you can use to apply to your graphics to adjust things. You can make it black and white. You can play with the brightness, contrast, and shape. to just add uniqueness to your images. Also, Instagram stories. If you use Instagram, you've noticed that you can post these stories which last 24 hours, can be a picture or video. Sort of like Snapchat, if you use that, what you post eventually goes away and doesn't stay on your feed. So if you want to post something short-lived, you could do it that way through your stories. As far as targeting your audience, once you sign up or if you're already there, take a look at the suggested accounts that Instagram gives you, and then just kind of see if any of those are what you had in mind. So what problem does your product or service solve? Who needs that product or service, and how do I get to those potential customers? We do want to know their demographics. Also, how is your product unique from other competitors? We talked earlier that Instagram does typically skew a little bit younger and a little bit more female than other platforms, so keep that in mind as well. How are you unique from your competitors? Why should I come to you instead of someone else? Okay, what makes you competitive? Instagram does provide a good video that kind of goes over a lot of this. I have it linked here. We're not going to go through it, but I will post this in the chat for you to go and watch later. When you do make a business account, we do want you to have your logo as the profile picture. That's going to be a big part of your branding. You want people to see that and always associate that with you, and kind of tie in your website and your other channels together as well through the logo. When we talked about using high quality images and video, there are lots of different, there's lots of different software you can use to improve, change up, do things to your images and videos. These are just a few listed. The first one there, Canva, I'm a big fan of. Others are there as well. You can go and play with those and see what works out best for you. Some of these are free, some are premium. Some are what we call freemium. They have free features and then you upgrade to go premium. So check them out and see which one works best for you. I can also get you a list of these later if you want links to each one and all that good stuff. When you go look at your engagement and you look at your insights, you're going to notice it's broken down into 3 parts: your activity, your content, and your audience. These are exactly what you think they are, essentially. Activity is your engagement. Content is the information you've posted and the insights on it. And the audience is the breakdown of your followers. Are they male? Are they female? Where are they at geographically? What's their age group, all that good stuff. So through the video and the link we gave you earlier, it's going to show you something similar to this, where it kind of walks you through everything a little more in depth than what we're going to do today. It talks a little more in depth about the business profile, how to use insights, and promoting your business directly from Instagram. There are ways to do it directly from Instagram. You can also run your ads through your Facebook page as well. When talking about ads, you can do photo, video, or carousel, are kind of the 3 main types of ads. You want to look through those, do some A/B testing, maybe a little bit of trial and error as you start doing ads, and see which ads really work for you as you start to go do ads through Instagram. And with that, I will take any questions anyone has. I'm going to try to get back to the chat. Let's see. Oh, now I see your sorry, I missed that about the screen. But does anyone have any questions? We'll go through those. All right, while we're waiting on questions, I'm going to go through and add in those links. Copy. Paste. Not working. Control C. I see Dr. Barnes' question, what do you think a food business should focus on more, video or images? I'll kind of, I guess, give you my view on it, and then I'd like to know what you think too. If you're just getting started, I would probably focus on images because that's easier. I like the idea of kind of crawling before you walk. I do think in the long run, I would try to get into video as well. Food to me is, I think, one of the easier things to sell on social media, easier, much so than insurance or car mechanic or something like that. You have a better opportunity to do a more visual presentation that's appealing. So I would say probably initially images because it's easier to kind of build your confidence up. And then I would like to see you get more into video because I think it seems we're moving to more video currently. First question, specific IG accounts that you think do it well that business owners might want to review after today's webinar. Probably my favorite is Lego. I think they do a very good job as far as, for me, I guess reliving when I was little and loved playing with Legos. But they're very visual. It's very compelling. I think they do a really great job. So I would start there. Are suggestions the only way to find followers? Second question. I wouldn't say so. I would say engaging with people that look like they could be interested in what you're doing would be one way. Advertising would be probably the best way. If you're willing to throw money at advertising, going in and finding discussions that are relevant to you with other users would be another good way. Lots of good ways to find followers though, not just suggestions. Any more questions? All right, I'm going to put my email in the chat. If you think of any questions you have later, feel free to email me. Also, Dr. Barnes, if you wouldn't mind throwing your email in there, and I'll hang out for a few more minutes in case anyone thinks of any questions. Otherwise, I appreciate you coming and listening.